A very good morning to one and all. Children, this is your English teacher, Ms. Rashika Bhalla, and we are going to study English language today. Okay? And in English language, we are going to revise, alright? We are going to revise the topic which you all have already done, and that is sentences, children. Okay? You all know what sentences are? Yes, a group of words which are written in such a manner that it gives some sense to you, some meaning to you. Okay, you can understand something with that. Alright, let us see the definition. A sentence is a combination of words arranged in such an order that it expresses a complete sense or meaning. Is that okay, children? It gives you some meaning. Alright, if some words are written together but it is not giving any meaning, then that is not a sentence, children. Alright, when the words are written in such a way that it gives some meaning to you, then that is a sentence. Alright, now children, we are going to see subject and predicate. Okay, a sentence is divided in two parts, children, the subject and the predicate. Okay, subject is the noun or the pronoun of a sentence. Do you all remember what a noun is? A noun is the name of a place, person, animal or thing, right? And pronoun means the word which we use in place of a noun. It means she, he, they, we, it, all these are pronouns, children. Okay, so in a sentence, the noun or a pronoun is the subject and the rest of the sentence is the predicate. Okay, children, you can also understand it like this, that in a sentence, about whom you are talking, that is the subject, and what you are talking about, the subject, is the predicate. Is that okay? Let us see the example, children. The lion roared at Fleck. Fleck is a name, okay? But we are talking about whom in the sentence? We are talking about the lion, children, okay? So the lion is the subject. And what we are talking about the lion? We are talking that the lion roared at Fleck. Alright? So roared at Fleck is the predicate and the lion is the subject in the sentence, children. Alright? Let us see one more example which is right after it. Fleck hid behind Zizi. Okay, children? Fleck and Zizi, both are names, right? But in this sentence, we are talking about whom? We are talking about Fleck. Alright? So Fleck is the subject. And what we are talking about Fleck? We are talking that Fleck hid behind Zizi. So hid behind Zizi is the predicate and Fleck is the subject. Is that okay, children? Okay. Now let us see one more example. She is washing her clothes. Okay, children, in this sentence we are talking about whom? We are talking about she. So she is the subject. And what is she doing? She is washing her clothes. So is washing her clothes is the predicate. Am I clear to you, children? Okay. There are some more examples right in front of you. Let us read. The big green frog jumped across the log. This is the full sentence. In this sentence, we are talking about the big green frog. So the big green frog is the subject. And what we are talking about the big green frog? That it jumped across the log. So jumped across the log is the predicate, children. See the other example. My sweet grandmother wore a blue dress. My sweet grandmother is the subject. Wore a blue dress is the predicate. The old shack blew over in the wind. The old shack is the subject. blew over in the wind is the predicate. My dog Barney barked at the cat. We are talking about my dog Barney in the sentence. So my dog Barney is the subject. And what is my dog doing? Barked at the cat. This is the predicate. Is that okay, children? Alright. Now we are going to read from the book. Okay? When we need to express a thought, we speak or write certain words in a sentence. Such groups of ordered words should make complete sense. Okay? A sentence is an ordered group of words which makes complete sense. Okay? A sentence should always begin with a capital letter. The words should be ordered in a certain way to make a complete sense. Okay? It should give some sense to you. It should give some meaning to you. You should be able to understand something. And a sentence usually ends with a full stop. Example, the rose smells sweet. It is starting with a capital letter and it is ending with a full stop, children. Okay? Now let us see some examples. Children, if it is written, I do not, only this much is written. Can you understand something with this? No. Is it giving any meaning to you? No. Hence, I do not is not a sentence. Alright? Now if I say, I do not like bananas. Children, this is giving complete sense. Okay? So this is a sentence. Is breakfast eating he? Can you understand something with this? No. So this is not a sentence. He is eating breakfast. This is giving you some sense. So this is a sentence, children. Alright? A sentence can be divided into two parts. You've already seen this. Subject and predicate. The person, place, thing or emotion that is spoken about. The naming part is the subject. And what is said about the person, place, thing or emotion is the doing part. Okay? For example, the sun shines bright. Alright? The sun, we are talking about the sun in the sentence, so that is the subject. And what we are talking about the sun? That it shines bright. So this is the predicate. Let us see more examples from the book. The dog is the subject, is barking, predicate. They are playing cricket. They is the subject, are playing cricket, predicate. That bicycle is yours. That bicycle is the subject, is yours, predicate. The girl is carrying a bag. The girl is the subject and is carrying a bag is the predicate, children. Okay? The naming part in a sentence is called the subject. The subject indicates the person or thing that does the action. Okay? The doing part in a sentence is called the predicate. The predicate describes the action that the subject does. It refers to the rest of the sentence, beginning with the verb. What is a verb? You remember? Verb is the action word. Okay? Yes. So, what the noun or the subject is doing in the sentence, that whole part of a sentence is the predicate. Thus, a sentence is made up of two parts, the subject and the predicate, children. Alright? So, till now you have seen and you remembered what the sentences and subject and predicate is. Now let us see the types of sentences, children. There are 4 types, okay? Declarative, which is also known as assertive, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative sentences, children. Okay? Declarative sentences tell something, okay? It gives a fact and it ends with a full stop. Interrogative sentences ask a question. It ends with a question mark. Exclamatory sentences show a strong feeling. It ends with an exclamation mark. And imperative sentences give a command, or it can be a request also. This also ends with a full stop. Alright, children? Okay, now see in the book. Let us read the very first example. The sun rises in the east. Miss Neha is a good teacher. Children, these two sentences are an example of assertive sentences, which are also known as declarative sentences. An assertive sentence expresses a statement to tell a fact, and a statement always ends with a full stop. Okay, children? Now let us see the next two examples. What are you doing? Are the windows open? Children, you can see that these two sentences are ending with a question mark, and hence these are interrogative sentences. An interrogative sentence or question asks about something or someone. A question always ends with an interrogation mark. Now see the next two sentences. Shut the window. This is a command, children, an order. Please sit down. This is a request. So these two sentences are an example of imperative sentences. An imperative sentence expresses an order or a request. An order or a request always ends with a full stop, children. Okay? Now see the last type. What a pity. How clever the fox is. Children, these two sentences show a strong feeling. Okay? And they end with an exclamation mark. Hence, these two sentences are exclamatory sentences. Alright, children? Okay, I hope this topic, sentences, subject and predicate, and the kinds of sentences are clear to you, and you will be able to do the exercises based on it. Children, the exercises given in the book you are going to attempt if you have not done already, and we will be discussing the answers in the class. Okay? Have a good day. Stay home and stay safe, children.